What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Another day, another major announcement from Riot. They've been pumping out a ton of content, a ton of announcements, a ton of new releases during the early stages of Season 10, and today was another banger. They've announced that the next champion that is going to be reworked is going to be Fiddlesticks. They released this big, long dev blog, dev diary, whatever you want to call it, just long wall of text talking about a bunch of new things for Fiddlesticks, and obviously, as we all know, reading is for nerds. So in this video today, I'm just going to be kind of running through that dev blog, kind of the highlights, picking out some of the important information so you guys can hear about this new Fiddlesticks rework. Now, unfortunately, for this Fiddlesticks rework, we haven't gotten too many of the new abilities or anything yet. None of that's come out yet, but the information they have received is that they said that they want Fiddlesticks to be the new iconic ambush champion. They want him to be able to create ways of setting up the perfect flank, the perfect surprise engage onto people. So that's kind of the thematic choice they're going with Fiddlesticks, which I think is pretty cool, pretty important, because Fiddlesticks, he's been known for having that ultimate over the wall, ultimate from Fog of War, popping up surprising, and that's pretty scary. And obviously that's the thing with Fiddlesticks is fear, scary, and just having this monstrosity just pop out of nowhere onto your screen and one-shot your whole team, that can be very surprising, very scary. So that's where they're trying to go with him. And then they want fear to be a huge part of his kit. They want him to look scary. We'll have pictures of him up on the screen right now, and he definitely looks scary. They want him to look scary, feel scary when he walks around. They want everything about him to be scary, and fear is going to be an element of his kit too, which is one nugget that they have dropped for us. I don't know if they're going to keep the click on fear, because click on CC is kind of a dying thing in League of Legends. It's pretty unhealthy, especially as strong of a thing as the click on fear that Fiddlesticks has. Kind of why he's being reworked in the first place, because he had kind of an unhealthy, not really fun to play against, but not really fun to play as either, which is a terrible combination for a champion. And Fiddlesticks had just been so basic, boring for so long that I think this was a great time to rework him, a great champion to rework. But they do want to keep that fear in his kit. I'm sure they'll introduce more conditional ways to apply a fear, something like that. That would be my predictions. I don't know if it'll be a skill shot or if it'll just be conditional or what, but I would be surprised if he keeps the click on fear, but maybe he will. But there is going to be some element of fear still in his kit. Also, we know that he's going to have a very similar ult. Who knows exactly what they're going to change to it, but the animations for that have been released, and I'll have the link down to the dev blog below where you can kind of watch all these videos and stuff. If you just scroll through, you can see the video parts, and if you're interested in any of that, there's a ton of pictures and videos and stuff, but a ton of text that if you care about that stuff, great, but I think there's a lot of filler stuff that I can kind of cut out for you guys. But his ultimate does still look really cool, improved animations. They're working on making Fiddlesticks look really scary when he walks around. He has this little short arm and this really, really long arm that drags around on the ground and scrapes the ground. It looks pretty eerie, pretty scary. Also, when he bobs around, his mouth like comes up to the sides and stuff, like it looks pretty weird and scary too. So I really like what they're doing. This seems like a very solid, at least visual graphics update. Who knows if the abilities are going to be as fun or as cool or as, you know, healthy for the game, because obviously they release just broken reworks all the time. But as far as just the visuals, I think they're doing a great job. All the abilities and everything hasn't come out yet, but the base kit, the base model, the ultimate, the walking, the auto attacks, it all looks scary, it all looks great, and I think Riot's definitely going in the right direction. I, just as everyone else, is really curious to see what exactly the abilities are going to be, because it can look really cool, but in the end, we're playing League of Legends for the gameplay more so than the looks. So it can look as cool as it wants, but if the abilities are boring or broken or unhealthy for the game or whatever, it's still going to be a big problem. But I'm sure Riot will get on that, and hopefully they can pump out another great release to us. But in this video today, I just pretty much wanted to get that information out to you guys, that all those videos are available to be watched on the dev blogs. If you're curious about any of that stuff, I wanted to show you guys the pictures. I'll have those pictures up on the screen. And yeah, that's just a lot of the information that Riot released today. It's just a big blog talking about kind of the thought process going into all their decisions and how they're able to make it work and stuff. So if you're interested in that, definitely I'll have that link below as well. Some of the other important stuff they talked about is that Volibear is going to be the next rework after Fiddlesticks, so that's really exciting. It's always cool to see what champions are going to be getting reworked and stuff. They also announced that that is going to be the final rework for 2020, most likely. They're going to be releasing just more new champions after that, so that's also really exciting. People love getting new champions, but there obviously is still a handful of champions that need to be reworked, that I'm sure Riot will begin taking a look at with Season 11. That is really far away. Getting two really necessary, needed, and solid reworks out in one season should be really, really good, and Riot is obviously going to put a lot of time, thought into getting those out, but then also tweaking them and stuff as the season goes on, so they can't have too much going on at one time. But if you were curious about what the champion roadmap looks like for the rest of the season, there you go. But I think that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my League of Legends content. We got tons more informational videos like this one coming out to you guys. I want to keep you up to date on all of the latest news involving League of Legends, Riot Games, and all the Riot community in general. But yeah, hopefully I catch you guys all in the next video, and until then, peace.